Thanks for the follow, Mr. Scooter 420. And just want to change something here. Let's put some sound. Ding 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 ding. Boom. Okay. And changing the date of your computer doesn't like it. Like internet stops working. Hey guys, welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio and we are playing Space Quest 6. This should be the final session of Space Quest 6. Why am I here? Because I wanted to show you some Easter eggs that I would have wanted to show you in the game, but I just forgot about it. So here they are, and you have to change the date of your computer or just play the right date. There's a couple of dates that you'll have access to with things like this. Shockmeister, Conrad Donator, and Flash Litton instead of Joe Curly and Mo. Another thing is if you go, this one should work. There's this. Again, only if you... I think it works for December 31 and April...
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey! Thanks for the follow! Why didn't I see it there? Ah, it's because of the date thing. I'm gonna change that back right now. Because of that, I didn't even see who it was. Well, thanks for the follow. I'll see your name soon enough. I will know who you are. Well, no, you're not supposed to put attention on lurkers if they don't want to. If they don't say I. There's a whole etiquette, it seems. Putting back the date because it fucks up with the notification. All the internet fucks up. I mean, you cannot navigate if you have not the right date. Today we are. There you go. Two-pacolypse 31. Thanks for the follow. Okay, we are back in normal business, and now we can control. That you can do anytime. Control 7 times. Click 7 times on this screen here.
Thank you for purchasing Space Quest 6. You did purchase it, didn't you? Oh, of course you did. You sure couldn't be like one of those weasels who would make illegal copies. You're too cool for that.
So this is kind of a credit, Easter egg credit. Take your reliable guy and kick him in the ass for me. Microwave. Quote, pick a net game, any net game, then I kick your ass. Steven Superbone Conrad, and it ain't only cause he plays the trombone. It's been said before. Wandering programmer. Thanks to Trisha, Rachel. Hello to abuse happens, pal. It's just a matter of targets. Tupper man. We never hear any. I checked them earlier. They weren't that funny. Don't bug me from the QA guy. I feel so used. Oh, there's one about I just want to meet a girl I can fart in front of. That's funny. Josh Mandel, abandoner of teams because Josh Mandel quit the game before he finished the game. But a lovely, lovely man. Memorable quotes. Just a little bit too much butterflies in the trees. Kind of. What for? It's only Bill. We try for a free hunch. lunch, and all we get is a shitty quote. I'll drink whatever is in my face. You'll find a lot of things in my hand. Carbonate a beverage for me, will you? Now let's pretend I'm really stupid, okay? What kind of whole question is that?
I'm Roger Wilco. I'll kick your ass. I know where you live.
Where you live. Okay, this is not where we want to be. We'll go into cellar. No. I want to load up a little files too. Yes, here. And then give them. We'll skip a little bit, but I want to see that animation again.
Well, Dr. Bellows, you're out of
So we proceed to give him all the facts on
Are you
all the crap that he's been doing.
As you must read. Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. I just don't want to skip the animation. There we go. Should be fine.
It's her only.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So to recapitulate, evil person named Sharpay has wanted to take control of Roger's body because she's so old.
The shuttle is nicely miniaturized by the beam deal. Hopefully, it is reversible. Perhaps you should have asked about that. There are some things you can't afford to have smaller.
But then she saved the life of Roger, but so she got kidnapped instead. So she wants to take control of Stellar's body. Roger comes to the rescue, and now he's convinced this guy that we have to do the right thing. And he's going to be injected into Stellar's body, and he'll have to destroy nanites that are destroying his brain and all their functions. Okay, this was a slideshow back in the day. For some reason. Pretty much everything in the rest of the game was okay, but this was not that there's anything incredible to see. There seem to be like 3 kinds of animation not animation, but movies, FMV types. Okay, so if we try to start, it doesn't work, right?
Perhaps I'd get farther if I kept the subroutine disc in its slot.
Oh, okay. So we're here. If we try to start,
I guess I won't get far without fuel.
It's kind of, we're supposed to know all that, but there's a fuel and there's a couple of problems, I think. Nah, I don't need that. Oh yeah, I want to do this. I think you can just do this, and then boop. So here you can see all the movies. That's another little Easter egg. If you want to see this. I would have loved that back in the day because I was completely absorbed with all these little cinematics like that. I would just eat them up. I love them. I still love them, but back in the day, I mean, what's that? Enter body, shuttle travels in hyperspace, leaving Delta Bergsalon. And that's the last little enough already. I won't show it to you because we can see it in the game. And that's it. So, oh no, there's another one. This, and then games, and then boom.
Of all the souls I have encountered in my travels, his was the most Human.
Like he's dead, but of course Josh is not dead. Still working in the games. So these were the other two Easter eggs. There's a couple of Easter eggs in this game. It's pretty incredible. Now we have to do this. Pick that up. Pick that up. Put it on. Then go out. Okay, so first of all,
Red light. This is not good. Apparently some or all of the intermix element in fuel tank 3 was disgorged during your heinous Venus joyride. That's not all that was disgorged, but we'll skip the details.
okay.
I don't know what that big round thing is. I'm a janitor, damn it, not a doctor.
You gently palpate the abdomen.
Tenderness. Swelling. Could be the body's natural defenses responding normally to the injection of a large male sanitation engineer.
You get a jump on sin.
Oh, that looks real nice.
The walls of the broken blood vessel feel like the heavy gauge rubber of a coolant hose. In fact, the body resembles a car in many respects. It needs fuel to run and converts that fuel into energy. Our digestive system is like a fuel tank, and our nostrils act like a catalytic converter. Your utterance is You're treading on the fundus, a broad expanse of tissue covering the outside of the stomach.
Okay, I've changed my mind about doing this. Is it too late? Can I still back out gracefully?
But as soon as the words spring gazelle-like from your lips, you regret them. You're here to do a job. You're here to save Corman Stellar Santiago from a fate worse than death. As if having you inside her wouldn't already be considered such a thing.
That's right. I'm Roger Wilco, damn it. Man of action. Savior of the galaxy. A man trapped in the body of a woman. Wait, that didn't come out right.
You didn't quite make it all the way to the stomach, having ripped a brand new shortcut through the greater mesenteric artery just off the aorta. Now you're parked on top of the stomach, and around you looms the heavily veined diaphragmatic musculature of the abdomen.
Holy moly, that was a mouthful. Actually, I do have a vague recollection of some junk they made us study in school, something having to do with the body. Anatomology or something like that. Hey, now that I think of it, it was pretty funny. At least I think it was. I remember how the class laughed and laughed. Anyway, where was I? Funny, I still remember that the teacher made me feel real special about being in that class. He said something like, oh, what an interesting challenge you are. How am I going to fit 1 liter of knowledge into a half-liter head?
We hope you're taking notes, because there's going to be a short quiz at the end of the game.
Awesome. And you have to click here to hear that mouthful of dialogue.
You didn't quite make...
Blah, 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 blah,
We
blah,
hope-
blah.
Oh, that looks real nice.
Oh, I already did that.
Oh,
You didn't quite...
Actually,
We hope you're treading on the fundus. For some reason, doing so gives you the feeling of being a one. After all, an army does travel on its stomach. Judging by the spongy, sticky surface and the rippled, undulating muscle churning underneath, you deduce that you're standing on a stomach. But you're not 100% certain. It's just a gut feeling. You drool. Your word.
No, there's no way.
The walls of the broken. Judging by... But you're not...
this heat tile looks loose. Whoops.
Your words. Your stolen miniaturized shuttle has become mired on the fundus of the stomach like a beached whale. It's alveoli, but it reminds you of spaghetti.
Pick up that.
Wow, that's some interesting looking stuff you've got collected in the engine intake. Looks like a small collection of blood capillary.
see what I'm doing. Okay. Now we are.
It's the bundle of capillaries you appropriated from Stellar. You're the first one on your block to actually possess someone else's alveoli.
Awesome.
You recognize that festering, infected crevice. As if Stellar didn't already have enough to worry about, she's got an ulcer. And it's not just an ulcer, it's puckered. It's a peptic ulcer.
It's a peptic ulcer.
Don't pick it.
Definitely.
You're...
Exit. Let's exit. Awesome. I love this part. It's just so awesome. So different than everything. Okay. We can go back up. Yes, we can. This is the stomach.
Dang, these look tasty. Boy, that micro Prozac she inhaled slowed her systems down to a crawl. These things haven't been touched by stomach acid yet. Dang, these look tasty. You acquire a candy.
I already have one.
How odd. A bent staple. And thus far it has resisted being dissolved by the stomach's acids, probably because of its location and Stellar's apparent lack of oral nourishment during her captivity. The acid probably hasn't risen high enough since this item found its way in here. What in the hell was she doing eating a staple anyway? Maybe it was some fad diet thing in the Galactic Inquirer.
Maybe it was in her food. Ouch.
A feather? When, rather, if you get the chance, you'll have to quiz Stellar about her dietary habits.
That up.
The inside of Stellar's tummy is slippery, mostly because of the mucus secreted by the stomach lining, and there are a few pockmarks here and there, but when push comes to shove, this is the most beautiful stomach you've ever been in. Hey, don't put your mouth... You start to say something, and then you remember that you're supposed to be a... As do most computer game characters who find themselves in sequels of sequels, you stop the action to reflect on your past exploits. You realize you spent a lot of time looking at the contents of your own stomach. But this is the first time you've gotten such a good look at a pool of someone else's potential discharge. The pools are deceptively still and shallow. They look harmless, but they're seething with pepsin and hydrochloric acid, a chemical brew of protein-dissolving, bacteria-destroying glop, strong enough to dissolve almost anything, especially organic life forms like yourself.
Okay.
The inside of Stellar's tummy is slippery, mostly. There's just... But then, for all you know, they could be ballerina. The inside of Stellar's tummy... A cluster of stomach acid shy nanites is lurking near the entrance to the duodenum. They know all the cool places to hang out. My goodness, those little guys are efficient. However, based on how they left your boots behind, you might consider some odor eaters. As do most the pool.
Go in there. Wow. Okay.
That's pretty far to go just to do your Wizard of Oz impression. Makes you feel tingly all over.
You just had to jump in it. I did feed on that and jump.
That's not really recommended. You're outfitted for the vacuum of outer space, not the inner acids of stellar Santiago.
Yes.
Loosely woven into the stomach lining is a piece of celery string. That stuff could be used to make steel-belted radial tires stronger. Rumor has it that it was the original inspiration for dental floss. I think I saw that on one of those James Burke shows.
celery fiber. That's pretty solid for the man that he is.
The inside of Stellar's tummy is slippery. There's
Okay.
just, but then,
Okay.
there's just, but then.
Now. Okay, we do this. This. We have it.
In this galaxy,
Well, because yeah, if we can do that.
interesting. The acid rises, but just not quite high enough to submerge those nanites.
I have to go back up here. Yeah.
Nice shot.
I think I'll need at least one of those.
You acquire a candy.
Because they will be destroyed. Oh,
Hey, that's me.
The inside of Stellar's, there's just the, but
but there was something different you had to say.
a large hunk of twinkoid cake food product is hanging just below her epiglottis. It appears to have gotten jammed on the way to her stomach for digestion. Doesn't this woman chew?
Nope.
This is the lower part of the esophagus. Just below this is the stomach. Check out the lungs on this girl. You don't get an opportunity like this every day. This is another one of those cutaway views. There's nothing... What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen an esophagus before? That wouldn't... What's the matter? Check out the lungs. These are the trachea and bronchi. That's where the lungs hook in.
I can learn a lot as a kid here.
What's the matter? Those appear to be the aorta and the vena cava. Who knew this was going to be so much fun? At least I think that's what they are. I've never been much of an artery man myself. This is another one of those cutaway...
Oh, this is the thing. Okay.
It's one of those tiny timed release pills. As I recall, these are designed to not melt down and release their medicines until they've gotten to an area past the stomach. What's the matter? Haven't you ever... What's the matter? These...
Yeah. That's it. Oh, no.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Always looking for that funny. Look at that face. We'll have to do something about this, but later. I think, yeah, I can do this.
Excellent
right?
guess,
No,
Chris.
no. Yummy.
This is the upper area of the duodenum. Matter preprocessed from the stomach enters here through the pylorus above. It has a lovely bile-colored decor, and for a very good reason. This is the area in which raw processed ingestibles are mixed with a variety of secretions for further breakdown.
Nice.
This looks like the center section of the duodenum. It has that same lovely bile green brilliance. This look, the old ampulla of water, surrounded by the sphincter of Adi. Didn't you always wonder what it looked like? The bile slick seems to be a little fresher there.
The ampulla of that's like.
Don't touch that.
The sphincter of Adi.
That's the top part of the head of Stellar's pancreas. An odd feeling passes through you just being amongst Stellar's organs. That's the top part of the... That's the top part... That's the top...
We'll go here first. Oh.
This is the main pancreatic duct. It appears that there's some blockage toward the tail of the pancreas. It definitely gets a bit snug. Seems to be a buildup of cholesterol arterial plaque.
Hello, assorted mints. This is I'm playing on Windows 7 right now, but this came out on DOS, but it also came out on Windows. But it's a DOS game essentially. Even the Windows version was kind of a port, which is like emulating DOS.
This is the main
This is 1995.
This is the main pancreatic. This is the...
No, that's it. You have
This
nothing
is
more
the...
to say.
That would...
Surprise, surprise.
You display your standard blank stare, but it...
It's not impressed.
You summon the...
So you don't even know what
You...
this is?
That... You look...
Interesting.
What can be... You... Are...
It's not necessarily painfully obvious. This is like a fat... if I try to pass, it doesn't work.
Yeah, this is way too snug. This blockage needs to be cleared. Stellar's going to have to change her diet.
That is, if she can face life after having you inside her.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey, B-Flat Gaming! Thanks for the follow. So, now I use this. Boop! It's one of the easy puzzle.
These little islets drip a pancreatic enzyme. This is later mixed with some stuff from the gallbladder to make that wonderful green bile antifreeze-looking stuff that humanoid hurlers the universe over have come to know and hate. And here we have the islands of Langerhans. They're a big deal here in the pancreas. Apparently, they play an important part in introducing hormones to the blood system, as well as adding an enzyme which, when joined with the bile secretion from the gallbladder, forms some kind of spew that breaks down stuff the stomach acids don't, fats, and that kind of thing. Not only that, but some cells release insulin and others release glucagon to counter the insulin. It even offers up a bicarbonate to counteract the stomach's acid. All in all, it's a pretty strange and busy organ.
It just looks like a uvula warehouse to me.
That's the whole bio. Highly educational, exact. No, this part is really... It's not... This game is not educational, except this. This game looks amazing. Yeah, it looked amazing back in the day also. This was considered pretty high-res stuff, because this is 800 by 600, so this is 600 pixels. So it's almost 720. Almost. But yeah, games that came after that were like 1,000 something by 800, was it? By 768. You can just slap that right in the box. Yeah, but back then they didn't care. The resolution wasn't that big of a deal. They didn't even make a big deal out of the fact that this was higher resolution than the other Space Quests. Oh, did I do this stuff? No, I did not. I'm running this on Scummvm, so, but you can play it on GOG. You can buy it on GOG, the whole collection, if you like point-and-click adventures. We are currently in...
You maneuver your helmet beneath the drip and manage to snag a nice little dollop of the stuff.
I do miss point-and-click adventures. Sam & Max was truly amazing. Yeah, I replayed Sam & Max recently, and it just confirmed how good that game is. Like, of course, there's Monkey Island, and Monkey Island is just an incredible LucasArts game. Maybe better than Sam & Max, but then there's Sam & Max. Just play Sam & Max. And people rave about Day of the Tentacle, and Day of the Tentacle is great, and I'm a big fan of the original Maniac Mansion. But Sam & Max is just fucking crazy. That game is good. If you like a sci-fi point and clicks, because there's not that much, The Dig is a great game also, LucasArts. One of my favorites.
No tour of the duodenum would be complete without this unique outside view. This is the cystic duct. You are quite near where the gallbladder becomes part of the bile parade. Don't pick at it. You can't actually do that. This is a cutaway view.
It's just a cutaway.
It feels slightly... This is the cystic... This is...
Okay.
This...
Okay. Ooh.
A large gallstone hangs above the entrance.
Okay. This I had a problem as a kid doing this whole thing. Because I needed the helmet, I think, because I left it. I think that was just it, because you can't just
probably
put that there or use
Nothing
that.
happens.
You really have to use the tape on that. They don't say that
It's the bundle of cap...
But you just try every item on every item. Usually, nowadays on point and click adventures, as soon as I get a new item, like I just got that example. I just got that, I'll do this.
Nothing happened.
This.
Nothing. In this, you cleverly tape the capillaries together.
There you go. You tend to waste less time.
Nice work. You've hooked up your makeshift hose to the pump.
Okay, so now we can put that there. Oh yeah, he just does that when you have the helmet. But if you don't...
chuck one of the taped capillaries over the muscular ledge. It drops into the pool.
I think he says something like, it doesn't work, but he doesn't say that you... Oh, he says that he may say that you need a bucket or some sort. But you look for a bucket, and there's no bucket.
You give the pump a stroke or two, and in the process gather a nice helmet load of bile. I guess congratulations are in order.
I need to look around here.
If I'm not mistaken, and I seldom am, that's the mucosa, or inner lining of the gallbladder. It helps make the bile even more vile by absorbing spare water content.
But I played this when it came out, 95, so I was like 15 years old. And I had trouble, especially since I'm French, so I'm French Canadian, so I had trouble with the language. I still understood pretty much 99% of the 95% of the stuff, but this stuff here, there was something I didn't really, some of the stuff that I didn't understand because it's just too complicated. But I sometimes just brute force it. That's what I did, like with the dig, with this, with Sam & Max is is nice because everything is so logical. You flow through the game. It's not that hard of a game.
Wow, check out all that bile. Looks like her liver's been doing just fine. That's a pool of bile any liver would be proud of. You sure can't speak highly of its aroma.
I would highly recommend it as a first. Monkey Island's good also, but the first one is a little rough. And you want to start at the first one, so... you want to start the series at the first one, so... I would say the Sam & Max is like a really, really good first... it's not a series, so you just play Sam & Max, and then you're good. And then you could play the Monkey Island series. I feel that about the language issues.
Here before you in all its magnificence is the gall. Here before...
And that's it. I think you cannot
You've
pick
got
that
plenty
up.
of that stuff. Or did you want to take some home to Mom?
Yeah, I want to take
You
some
have
home.
no need.
Can I jump in that pool? I used to play Insurgency with French speakers and tried to shout commands and figure out where enemies were in different languages. Were pretty hard. Yeah, when you said I feel about the language, I was like, he's talking, what is he talking about? À gauche, no, à droite, à droite. Again, this was another, not slideshow, but it's like 15 frames a second, maybe less. Then you can go back up, but you don't need to.
Nice
Nice gall collection. Sorry, I cut that. Let's listen to
Nice gallstone collection.
We are rapidly advancing through the game. I'll be finishing this like in maximum an hour, max, I think. Yeah, I have to go back here. Yeah, I have to go back. So this thing here, you can use this. And what's funny is you can fill it up with one of the liquids. Now there's two liquids in there. One of them, bring it here, put it on that, and it dissolves like halfway through or something, and then you have to go back and pour the other half.
It's one of those tiny timed release pills.
Time release pills. Like I didn't know what
You
a
now
time
own
release.
one of those tiny timed release pills.
It was funnier because he said this first.
It's what?
But time release pill. I was like, what the fuck is a time release pill? Now I know. Okay, ready? This is pretty horrifying stuff that's coming up. And back then it didn't dawn as me as much as an adult. The more you know, well, the less you know in a second. Because
This is the place where the duodenum meets the small intestine. The mixture of food, acids, bile, and enzymes move on from here and pass over the villi, where nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream. It's a fascinating place, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, be prepared because I didn't know that existed even. I'm 15 years old, I didn't know this existed. So I was like, what the fuck? I think I googled it. It was Yahoo maybe in the time or something else. I looked it up. Yeah. I regretted it.
This is the very bottom of our old friend the duodenum. You can see the beginning of the jejunum. The villi start here. They increase the surface area of the small intestine a great deal, giving more area to absorb nutrients. All in all, it just looks like a French tickler turned inside out to me.
A what?
Never mind, it's not important. Since you've entered the tapeworm not partially digested, you'll probably give him heartburn. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Yeah. A tapeworm. I was like, what the a What the fuck is a tapeworm? Where are we? In the intestine? What? No! No! So here you have to use these little things. Because he has a heartburn, like you said.
Impressive. The tapeworm suddenly becomes much more animated.
I'm sure there was supposed to be something better there, but it's just a little animation.
The tapeworm is a little wired, thanks to you. He looks like he has plenty of energy.
I think it's even more earth-firing now than ever. That I've played this game like multiple times in my life, and oh my god, fuck the humanity.
Please remember to keep your arms and legs on the worm at all times.
The fact that that exists and that you could have that, and oh my god. This is fun. So Mrs. Stellar Santiago, our love interest in this game.
Now that's a ride you won't take in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, I thought it was gonna say something. Stellar Santiago, we are in Stellar Santiago, our love interest, like I said, and she has a freaky tapeworm in there and all sorts of
Egads,
stuff.
man, just how low have we sunk? All the way to the junction of the large and small intestines, that's how low. This also happens to be the home of the appendix.
And I have to stay here because I will click on everything and listen to that beautiful Gary's voice.
That's the bottom portion of the small intestine. Or that's your vermiform friend who, with a little help from organic and pharmaceutical resources, was kind enough to give you that ride along the approximately 6.5 meters or so of small intestine that lies between here and the duodenum.
That took a while, I guess.
That's your Egads, man, all the way to the junction of the large and small intestines. That's how low this.
Okay.
It wouldn't be.
No, let's go. Bye-bye. We're going now. I'm losing viewers.
It's a fingernail, complete with paint. These have a knack for making it down here. Suddenly, you wonder when Stellar grew such long nails. Perhaps you haven't been thinking of Stellar as a woman as much as a crewmate. You feel an interesting longing. One look at your surroundings kills that feeling fast. But maybe after this is all over.
Are you a point-and-click kind of guy? B-flat?
It's a relatively unscathed paperclip. It looks like an old silver amalgam filling. Must have been bouncing around here for years.
So if you remember, one of the fuel components was silver. Again, that was brute force.
You pull away a cracked piece of the filling.
That menu when I was younger. I'm into them now. Must be weird to get into point-and-click now. Do you play like recent point-and-click games or you play like old ones?
You carefully, very carefully, stow the paperclip in your pocket.
I'm not necessarily talking about like Walking Dead. I don't consider that as a point-and-click game. But there are recent point-and-click games. The new Sam & Max, Homestar Runner game. Homestar Runner Games. Huh? I don't know what Homestar Runner Games is. Yeah, I've played the first season.
I think I've already done things above and beyond the call of duty. Hey, a guy has to draw the line somewhere, and gosh darn it, this guy's drawn the line right at the colon.
Okay.
You've never even met her mother.
Yeah.
Let's look at the...
This is the appendix. It's a strange piece of the humanoid anatomy considered by some medical types to be fairly useless. It may not be useful, but it does seem to collect some strange stuff.
Indeed.
This is the appendix. It may not... Talk about hard currency. The Buckazoid has proven itself once again. This is even one of the old-style ones. Might be worth some money. Too bad you can't carry it. How does she get this stuff into her digestive system? That's a screw Stellar probably doesn't remember. It's a fingernail, complete with paint. These have a knack for Suddenly you wonder when Stellar grew such long nails. Perhaps you haven't been thinking of Stellar as a woman. One look.
Okay, we do that. I need to pick up that.
You snap off a shard of fingernail and gingerly introduce it into your pocket.
Ow. You should have said ow.
So you like the worm, huh?
No.
You like to ride the worm, huh?
No.
I let you ride the worm.
I guess. Great, man. See, yeah, if you really play, if I watch you play some TIE Fighter or other games, I'm sure you're gonna stop by the stream, of course.
This is the very bottom of our old friend the duodenum. All in all, it...
Oh, what?
Never...
Now we have everything we need to go, and we kill the nanites. We'll try. It's not. You're the first one that's really interested in that. I'd even talked to a couple about that almost a year from now, and it was not easy to do, or just organizing. I have some time, so if you have some time, yeah. I know that these games are playable, not this, but X-Wing or X-Wing vs TIE Fighter or X-Wing Alliance is playable multiplayer, so that could be a thing.
Your stolen miniaturized shuttle has become mired on the fundus of the stomach like a beached whale.
X-Wing multiplayer.
Your stolen miniature... That little thing? That's the stolen miniaturized door to your stolen miniaturized shuttle. Good eyesight. Now we'll have to do one of those puzzles where you have to find a 1-pixel coin or something. But hey, who'd design a mean, unfair puzzle like that?
What did I click for him to say
Your
that?
stolen mini... That little... Good eyesight. Now we'll have to do one of those puzzles where you have to find a 1-pixel coin or something. But hey, who'd design a mean, unfair puzzle like
What
that?
were the odds? I was just not paying it. I was even like writing the +1 and I clicked there. Like you have to click there?
That little... Good, but... That little... Good,
Okay, this
but
is
hey...
still the same.
That little... Good,
Okay.
but... Your stolen...
Okay, there's an area
That little...
here.
Good, but hey...
But
That little... Good, but hey...
is it that the door? Yeah, that's the door to get inside, so...
You neatly replaced the EVA suit in its proper place.
Whatever, that game. Okay, we're moving up to the brain now. Oh no, I need to put some silver into the... No.
It's
pretty sticky out there. This. No, not this. This.
It probably seems... You neatly
Initiation.
Perhaps I'd get farther if I kept the subroutine disc.
Okay. Yeah, well, if it would stay in, that would be also very nice. So these are dead. I don't know why this color means out, but it does. Up to brain. Initiation.
Yipes! So this is the old gray matter, huh? What a mess!
What a mess. Exit. If I can put it in my pocket, just why don't you leave it on yourself? I'm gonna keep it. I don't think I need it, but just in case. Don't want to have to go back here.
You are visually un. This is the meninges. It's a 3-layer cover for the brain. Check out the cool blood vessels. This is the. It's the old gray matter itself, our friend, the brain.
The brain.
At least some of us are familiar with it. I don't remember seeing you at the meetings. For some reason, you're drawing a complete blank on information regarding the brain. It's the old gray. For some. This.
Okay, that's pretty much it.
It's pretty. Come on! By now you should know to take it easy on the merchandise. It's pretty tough. It manages to resist your manly efforts. It's pretty tough.
Okay. You have to do this.
You slice away with the nail and, amazingly enough, manage to cut a slice in the barrier. This is the meninge. This.
Okay, I think I can die here if I.
Yikes. How am I supposed to jump across this one?
Ah, this is dumb. He says that and. Oh wow. I was supposed to have a jump animation here. I decided to do this a bunch of times. Why it gives you points. Maybe there was supposed to be a
Man,
puzzle
that was
there.
close.
I don't know. But that's no puzzle. Okay.
Holy captain's log, Batman. There are a few more of those nanites here. How am I going to handle this one?
Nanites are there, and they look real pissy. This is the meninges. This is. It's an elevator built by the nanites to help gain access to the interior of the brain. Yuck! Nice mood lighting. It's an elevator.
Okay. Oh, of course. Let's die. Oh.
So close, and yet so far away. How embarrassing to get wasted by the Laurel and Hardy of nanites.
That's it. That's kind of an int, because you have to do this.
I don't think I can hit...
Okay, just go here. It seems farther away, but whatever.
You chuck a gallstone at one of the robots, causing it to think the other one did it. You chuck another gallstone, this time at the other robot, who also thinks the other one did it.
So as you see, the puzzles are not that hard. Throwing a bunch of rocks, jumping the thing. Putting a hole in there with that nail that I had to pick up, of course. I have to pick up everything.
That was quite effective. That was very impressive, Roger. I'll bet that's not something you hear every decade. Nice move.
But I heard the interview with Josh recently, and he said that recently, like 2 days ago, that he said that some stuff was a little bit cut off, so there's a little bit of ints missing here and there. But I think he was talking about. I think he was talking about that when they showed an image of the bar. So maybe
it's an elevator built by the nanites.
That part that I had some trouble with the hose, connecting the hose to the pipes. Okay, we are into the brain. We are literally in the brain.
It's a recently constructed shaft between the hemispheres of Stellar's brain. It's a recently. It's a. It's a recently constructed shaft between the hemispheres of Stellar's brain. It's a. 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 It's
So this is the motor control center.
It's a recently constructed...
Nope, I'd better not mess with that. I've got to go easy on Stellar if I expect her to be able to survive.
You drool. It's a recent... It's a...
This sign says this is her pleasure center. No, I'd better not. It would get too violent in here.
Your words are...
It's her pleasure center. All this.
This sign says this is her pleasure. This sign's... Interesting. The sign says this is Stellar's cough control center. Interesting. Oh, this is her choice of men center. It looks a little odd.
It's a recently constructed shaft.
That's why she likes you.
A huge pile of debris is standing in front of what appears to be some sort of passage. Light pours through the opening. Your effort to move it is futile. This would be a challenge for you even if you were full size. This is strange looking. Used pieces of nanite hardware as well as some stuff that looks vaguely like mining equipment litter the area. This. You drew. Hey.
So, to get rid of that and to go there, because I think I can't do anything.
A small opening between the brain wall and the debris pile allows a small amount of light to escape. It's too small for you to even fit your head in. Bet you've never heard that before.
So, we go back up here. Wait, no, I have to go back up, but I wanted to show you before I do the thing. The cough center.
Interesting. The sign...
There we go. This is almost the end. I call it the end because it's almost that. Might even not save again. Can we just... Whoa!
Ah! Even in this suit, that hurts like a... Jeez. What's going on here? And what's with that big robot?
Well, well, Mr. Wilco. I must confess to being impressed that you made it this far. You are either a very lucky man, or the classic case of how looks can be deceiving. From what I know of your history, I can't say that in this case looks are necessarily deceiving. On the other hand, I don't think luck accounts for it all either. There's definitely something different about you, Mr. Wilco. It's a pity, though. I'm afraid this is where the odds catch up with you, Roger. I do hope you don't mind me referring to you as Roger. I feel we can both be on a first-name basis now, since we will soon be sharing such intimate moments. My rebirth and your death. Not necessarily in that order. I'll attend to you in a moment. I have a few more little details to finish before I transfer my consciousness into this body. Enjoy it, Roger. It'll be among the very last of your memories. Oh, and by the way, escape attempts will prove to be futile. You will be incinerated if necessary.
Jeez, what a bit...
I'm sorry. What was that you were saying?
Me? I was saying, what a bite. Yeah, I had a little trouble with some parasites a while ago down in the digestive tract. That's all it was.
Oh, let's just die. No, we can't. She just killed us. No, I don't know.
Welcome to the cerebral cortex. It looks like someone's been mining brain matter. The robot's head swivels constantly to keep an electronic eye on you. That's delightful. Your words are so... It's a lovely pile of brain matter. A conveyor moves freshly dug brain. It's a piece of mining equipment. It looks like a bundle of nerves with electrical current through them. Welcome to the cerebral...
Yeah, there's not much to say about here, so let's just do this. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory.
Wow, that was actually a great idea. Go figure.
Yeah, I kicked her butt. Just look at me. MacGyver wishes he could be me. It was bound to happen. The never-ending battle between good and evil was once again waged. And once again, good has emerged victorious. Yes, and with me on its side, how could it lose? Yes, once again, I have struck a blow for good over evil. It was in a... Hey! Ah! What? But I thought I took care of you.
Well, it appears you thought wrong now, doesn't it, Roger? Wilco, I haven't survived this long without taking precautions. The robot was just hardware. My mind still exists.
Oh, real wonderful.
Ooh! Ah! Hey, watch those tentacles, lady. I thought that being partially embedded in the street on polysorbate was a strange feeling.
So all the game, I wanted to use that fish on everything. So at the end of the game, it was pretty clear that finally, I don't know why, but that fish will kill her. And it does.
Fish, that's brain food.
All right. She actually chowed down on that rancid fish. I thought I'd never get rid of that fish.
Exactly. My thought exactly. And there's nothing more. It's all a big little animation till the end of the game. These animations, like,
Nice shot!
in 2D, and those are also the best. I
Oh.
wish there were more.
There you are, Wilco.
This guy.
Boy, Stellar, with all that's happened recently, I never would have imagined that we'd be standing here together.
It is a miracle, Roger. I was afraid that by the time you got my message, it would be too late. I was certain I was doomed. But you didn't let me down. What you did was incredibly brave, Roger, not to mention intensely risky. It took Dr. Bellows a lot of work to clean up after you and Sharpay. I must say, Roger, there's not a man in the universe who knows me inside the way you do.
It was a strange feeling, but I went in there all business. There wasn't a moment I wasn't thinking of your welfare.
Oh, give me a break. Let me put my boots on. It's getting deep in here.
Cheese it, pal, or I'll rip out your larynx and you won't be able to get a job doing bad voiceover work for Chinese action pictures.
What did you say, Roger?
Oh, I was just mumbling to myself. You know, Stellar, there's one thing I noticed while inside you I thought I might share.
And what's that, Roger?
You eat like a goat. You really have to change your eating habits, Stellar. I saw some things in your digestive tract I wouldn't wish on Sludge Vohall. You really have to clean up your consumption act.
Yes, I know. Dr. Bellows said he was able to fix most everything done to me during Sharpay's invasion, as well as patching an ulcer that was playing havoc with my stomach. He told me the same things.
You might also try chewing. You had a hunk of Twinkoid wedged in your throat that would have gagged a Linda Lovelace.
Okay, Roger, okay, I got the message. Let's change the subject, shall we? Ask me where I'm stationed next.
Why don't you just tell me?
Boy, some fun you are.
Sorry, I guess I'm a little grumpy. I had a real day. I had to clean the captain's log entry container. Then somebody got a nice buzz in 8 rear and decided to take a wormhole ride in the Hollows suite. They hit a few wrong buttons, and the next thing I know, I'm cleaning Virgon Nebula sets and hors d'oeuvres off every wall and ceiling. Apparently, they truly did make the room spin. Boy, they spackled everything. Had to use the putty knife to chip loose some of the chunks of...
Roger, I'm sorry you had a rough day, but can we please change the subject?
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, I think you're gonna like your next assignment.
Really? What is it? Where is it?
Sorry, you're just gonna have to wait to find out.
That was the last video in that list that I didn't want to do because it's the last video.
As Roger and Stellar warp off into the Nebula set, many questions remain. Will Roger and Stellar become an item? How will Beatrice Wankmeister react when she hears about this new friend in Roger's life? Will Roger's voice be a few octaves higher as a result? Would they dare to make another one of these things? Only time and money will tell.
And money
I've been up to my lips in urinal pucks lately. I hope it's something different.
So that was Space Quest 6. That was the last of the series.
Who wrote this crap? Oh, yeah, Scott. Yeah, well, yeah, then good work.
It's mostly Josh. From what I've heard, and Scott, did he talk about it? What Josh said he mostly read, and some. It's clear that it's what they did back in the day is they would associate a new director with an old one. So they would put like Space Quest 5 was also made by. It said.
Did you hear about the animator who killed himself? Yeah, he couldn't draw his own breath.
It said Mark Crow on the box, but it wasn't really Mark Crow that made the game. But they wanted to associate Mark Crow with it so that it would sell, because Mark Crow and Scott Murphy were the two guys from Andromeda who always did the Space Quest thing. But Space Quest is an ensemble made by multiple people. If most people
These, by the way, are the credits. They're called credits because, well, we can't afford to really pay anybody until more people buy the game.
Oh, no. That's why. There's gonna be something after the credits, so that's why I'm staying. But yeah, that was supposed to be a Space Quest 7, but point and click adventure were just really dying fast. They died like in 2 years they were dead. So once 3D was in and got shooters and all, it was like everything was action based.
All these people worked on this dumb game?
Yeah, but Space Quest is pretty much one of my favorite series of point-and-click games. Yeah, that's that, and Gabriel Knight, and of course McAllen is always a classic. There's a bunch that are nice, and I talked about Sam & Max. And of all the series, of all like the Space Quest series, everybody's like, "What's your favorite?" You're like, "Nah, nah, nah, nah." I mean, they're all good. Like the first 2 ones are a little. Definitely the second one is my least favorite, that's for sure. The second one. Then it's the first one, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 are all good for all different reasons. I love this one because it's a little longer than the others, it has voice, the graphics are great, and not just the graphics are great, but the art design, it's beautiful to look at. It's very funny, a lot of references. Dedicating to the loving memory of Garrett Denver Pickenpath.
Thank you, bye-bye. 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 That's it, bye-bye. No more, bye-bye. That's it, all finished, bye-bye. 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 Farewell. Farewell. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, this is it, the last time. Goodbye. Goodbye.
There you go.
Thank you for playing Space Quest 6. This is Gary Owens, signing off.
And it would drop you to dust back in the day. So I think that's it for tonight. I won't switch to another game. I was thinking about it, but no. I'm gonna take the rest of the night off, and I'm gonna switch off to another streamer. I'm gonna raid someone. Raiding Mr. Icy Tree Lion 84. Cool guys, always playing some RPGs, always on original hardware. I can definitely respect that. Even if I have no problem with emulation. Emulate your heart out. That's what I say. So tomorrow will be some Arx Fatalis, and then Wednesday no stream. Thursday will be starting Terra Enigma on the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, because it didn't come out on the Super Nintendo. Remember to have fun, guys. Peace.